Hello everyone. This is our second session of lesson number 11, transportation in plants and animals. Okay. Before we will start our second session, we will revise the things that we have learned in our previous session. Okay. First, we have learned the introductory part of our lesson, that why plants and animals need a transportation system. Okay. So for performing functions, we require food, oxygen and water, and that elements need to be delivered to the respective body parts, and that's why the transportation system is important. Okay, then we have learned the human circulatory system, so that is responsible for the transportation or the circulation of blood, oxygen and water. So in circulatory system, we have learned that there are three main parts, that are blood vessels and heart. In first session, we have learned about the blood, composition of blood, functions of blood and the blood vessels. In this session, means in second session, we are going to learn about the heart. Okay. So before that, we will revise this. So blood is a red color fluid that flows throughout the body with the help of blood vessels. Means through the blood vessels, inside the blood vessels, our blood is flowing. Means our blood vessels are act as a pipeline. Okay. Yes. Then we have learned the functions of blood, that blood is an important medium of transportation of oxygen and nutrients. Then blood is not only carry the oxygen and nutrients but also carry the waste material. Then the nutrients are provided to all the body parts through the blood. Then blood clotting and regulation of our temperature. So that all are the functions of blood. Whatever I have given the points with underline, read, learn and revise only that point. Based on that point, elaborate your answer. Okay. You are not a bookworm that as it is you have to write all the things. No. You can write the answer or the functions of blood in your own word, in your own language, but don't write other things. Functions that I have given, take that underlined part and then elaborate your answer. Understood? Yes. Then we have learned the components of blood, that which things or which components are present in the blood. So that we have learned that blood plasma 55%. Okay, that plasma is important in the blood and it is made up of water, salt, fats, proteins and sugar. Then RBC, that is your red blood cells, erythrocytes. Okay, other name is erythrocytes. So 40 to 45% of RBCs are there. In that, hemoglobin, red color pigments are there. As in leaves, green color pigments are there, that are chlorophyll. Chlorophyll are green in color, they are present in the leaves and that's why the leaves are green in color. Same happen with your blood. Hemoglobin is present in your blood, which is red color pigment, and that's why your blood is in red color. Understood? And what is the function of the RBC? Your oxygen is combined with the hemoglobin and then it reaches to the each and every cell of our body part. Then WBC, which is also known as leukocytes, which is almost 1% of the present of the blood that present in our body, and the main function of the WBC is fight against the foreign particles or germs. Okay. Yes. And the blood platelets are there, which are important in the blood clotting. So in plasma, all these cells are present. Means your RBC, your WBC and blood platelets are flow through the plasma. So you can see here the plasma, here the liquid part where the RBC, platelets and WBC are flowing through the blood vessels. Okay. So two types of blood vessels are there, tube-like structures, that are arteries and veins. Okay. So we have learned the difference, that arteries are having thick walls, veins are having thin walls. Okay. In arteries there is a high blood pressure, means the pressure of blood is high. Opposite to that, the pressure of blood is in low in veins. Okay. So it is easier means I have given this difference in easy language, so you can refer this, okay, better. So you can see here thick wall tubes, here the thin wall tubes cannot be seen easily, okay, we cannot see artery easily, and the greenish blue line under our skin which are known as vein. Then it does not possess valves. Valves means, you know, the compartments are there, like in our house the separate rooms are there, okay, that compartments or the rooms are not there in artery. But in veins there are the compartments which prevent the backflow of blood. In artery there is a oxygenated blood, and in vein there is a deoxygenated blood. Means your carbon dioxide rich blood is there in veins. Blood flows at high pressure in arteries and blood flows at low pressure in veins. So here one point I have given that except pulmonary artery, here also I have written except pulmonary vein. So what are that pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein? Arteries are there, arteries carry oxygenated blood. Veins are there, they are carries carbon dioxide rich blood. But what about the pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein? So the artery that carries carbon dioxide rich blood from the heart to the lungs is called pulmonary artery. Are you getting the points or are you confused? See, artery means what? They are carrying the blood which is rich in oxygen. But one artery is there, that is pulmonary artery, which is carrying carbon dioxide rich blood from the heart to the lungs. Okay, it is the only artery that carries carbon dioxide rich blood. Please remember and note down these things. Okay, you are not listening the sessions properly, and that's why in exam, see that term 1 exam or the results are there, so you can see your marks. Okay, if the question is for 2 marks, you have written two sentences, and that's why you got the less marks. According to marks, you have to write your answer, and if you are listening the sessions carefully, then only you can write your answer in details. Okay, that's why listen carefully. We have learned the difference between artery and vein, but the pulmonary artery and pulmonary veins are different. They are doing opposite to that artery and vein functions. Okay, and the vein that carries oxygen rich blood from the lungs to the heart, it's called pulmonary vein. Okay, write down that pulmonary artery means what and the function of that pulmonary artery. Write about the pulmonary vein. Understood? Understood? Yes. So you can see here from the heart, then here to the heart, what are they doing? The artery, the blue color are the veins, and these are the capillaries. Okay, the thinnest blood vessels, means about as thick as your hair, strand of your hair. Okay, so they have very thin walls through which oxygen, then digested food, carbon dioxide and other waste products are exchanged between the blood and the surrounding cells. Okay, so these capillaries, means you can see here, these capillaries join up to form the veins which carry the blood back to the heart. Okay, understood? Okay, so like that we have learned about the pulse and pulse rate also. What is the rhythmic throbbing of your heart? Okay, the pumping of blood in the arteries because of the heart, it is known as a pulse. Okay, so you can check your pulse rate. Okay, the normal pulse rate is about 70 to 80 beats per minute. Okay, so do check your pulse rate, check your relatives or your parents pulse rate. Okay, so you can do like this action and you can check your pulse rate. Okay, 70 to 80 per minute, 70 to 80, so that is normal pulse rate. And what is the pulse rate? The continuous pumping of blood in the arteries. Okay, we know that the heart pumps the blood in the arteries, and that pumping of blood that causes the rhythmic throbbing. You can see here that one sound, you can put your hands in your neck. There also you can check the rhythmic throbbing is there. So that is your pulse rate. Okay, you can check your pulse rate by putting your fingers in the wrist, on the wrist. Okay, yes, see the pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein I have given here. So you can take the screenshot and then write down the note about the pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. See, the pulmonary artery is a special blood cells that connects the heart to the lungs, and it takes the blood that contains less oxygen from the heart to the lungs. Means that is deoxygenated blood, means your carbon rich blood. Means this pulmonary artery and pulmonary veins are doing the functions opposite to artery and veins. Okay, means whenever you are going to study about the pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein, detailed study about the artery and veins, and then write down the functions opposite to that regarding pulmonary vein and pulmonary artery. Understood? Do artery and vein difference. When you are writing about pulmonary, write down the points opposite to that difference. Okay, are you getting? Am I clear? Okay, same with pulmonary vein that connects the lungs and heart, which is carry oxygen rich blood from the lungs to the heart. Okay, heart to the lungs, pulmonary artery, and lungs to the heart, pulmonary vein. Okay, underline that whenever you are writing that notes. Okay, see the capillaries also I have given. The small blood vessels are called capillaries. Okay, arteries divide themselves into capillaries, which then deliver oxygenated blood to the tissues in the body. Okay, so you have seen that, this diagram. So these, the middle part are capillaries. Okay, and then these capillaries take up the deoxygenated blood from the tissues to the veins. So like that, there is a transportation of blood from the lungs to the heart, from heart to the lungs with the help of these blood vessels. Now we will learn the main part of our circulation, that is heart. Okay, first we will learn about the structure of the heart, and then we will go towards the how does the heart work, means your actual point, that is circulation of the human circulation process. Okay, so first we will learn about the structure of your heart. See, it is important that you should draw the human heart. Means in exam maybe the question is there, draw the diagram and the human heart is there and you should draw, you have to draw. Okay, this is a complex diagram, I know that, but you have to do the practice about this. For 9th and 10th standard, these diagrams are necessary, so do practice now onwards. Okay, at least one time draw the heart without helping of your textbook and all. Okay, without taking help of your textbook, these notes, try to draw the heart. Okay, so let's start the structure of the heart. Okay, now join your hands, means only one hand. Join means what? You have to just what you have to do, punch. You are doing no punch for fighting and all. So that punch, that is your fist, and that fist size is same as your heart, means your heart is of your fist size. Understood? So the heart is a fist size muscular organ that located between the lungs. Okay, I guess you can see here the transportation. Okay, that we will see afterwards. So your heart is present between the lungs, and which is a muscular organ, which is a fist size muscular organ, and it pumps oxygen rich blood throughout the body. That is the main function of your heart, that heart pumps oxygen reach blood throughout the body. See, about the structure of heart, you have to do the study properly. Okay, it is a very complex structure, and that's why I'm saying that focused on human heart, blood vessels, that you can learn easily. So see here, your heart means inside of the heart is divided into 4 chambers. The upper 2 chambers are known as right atrium and left atrium, and the lower chambers are known as right ventricle and left ventricle. So you can see here, your heart is divided like this. Okay, here your heart is divided into 4 chambers. Okay, the upper part, that is your right atrium and left atrium, and your lower part, that is right ventricle and left ventricle. Understood? Understood? Are you getting? Yes. So the top chambers with comparatively thinner walls are called auricles. Okay, that I have not given here. And the lower chambers with thick muscular walls are ventricles. That atrium, you know that atriums are actually thinner wall structure, and the lower chamber, that is your right ventricle and left ventricle, they are thick muscular walls. Now what is actually happening in circulation? Okay, only you have to learn how many chambers are there in the heart. Then you have to write the name, where is the right atrium, where is the left, where is the right ventricle, and where is the left ventricle. Then you have to learn about the pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. Then the interior vena cava, then superior vena cava. That is important, but not for this level. Okay, if you are learning, it's a good thing, but at least the main parts you should learn. Okay, aorta, you can see here that aorta. Then right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein. Okay, at least that much names write down after drawing of that heart. So what is actually happening in circulation? So the right auricle means this, the right atrium receives carbon dioxide rich blood from the various part of the body. Okay, means here carbon dioxide rich blood is received. Then the right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs, means from right atrium to the right ventricle the blood goes. Then the right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs, where carbon dioxide is removed and oxygen is absorbed. Are you getting the points? Carbon rich blood receives here, right atrium. Then this right atrium send that blood in right ventricle. Right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs, where is the removal of carbon dioxide takes place and absorption of oxygen takes place. Understood what is happening in right side? Now don't think about the upper chamber and lower chamber. That is about the structure. Now the circulation, what is happening in circulation? Right atrium to right ventricle. Carbon dioxide rich blood is there, where there is a removal of carbon dioxide and absorption of oxygen. What is happening in the left side? The left auricle or the left atrium receives carbon rich blood as it comes back to the heart from the lungs. So the left ventricle means here, the left ventricle pumps this blood to the rest of the body. Understood what is actually happening in circulation or in the human circulatory system? The right side of your heart here means here, it's completely separated from the left side with the help of a partition. Okay, means here the one partition is there which is known as a septum. Heart, only one heart, we are having only one heart. There are 4 chambers, upper and lower. But in case of circulation, within that chambers, one separation is there, one partition is there, which is known as a septum. Okay, and that's why the two types of blood do not mix. And the blood has a number of valves that allow the blood to flow in one direction only. Okay, the valves are there, the compartments are there. Understood? Like that, there is a circulatory system doing the processes. Okay, the blood enters the right side of the heart and is pumped to the lungs, where it gives up carbon dioxide and picks up oxygen. And the oxygen rich blood travels back to the left side of the heart, and it is again sent to all other parts of the body, and the process is repeated again and again. Okay, understood? In short, understood? Whatever videos I have seen, watch that videos carefully so you can understand what is a circulation. Okay, how heart is doing the circulation. Understood? So you can see here the human circulatory system, what is actually happening. So you can see here the lungs are there. Okay, this is your heart. See here, deoxygenated blood from the upper body, then deoxygenated blood to the lungs, oxygenated blood from the lungs, deoxygenated blood from the lower body. Means actually these arrows are complex, means it is better to learn with this diagram. Okay, just learn the theory part, means you can understand from this, but you will confused if you are taking the reference of this image. I have keep that image only for your reference. Okay, from where the oxygenated blood is coming and then removing or going back to the body, only for that information I have given this image. Okay, so if possible, take only the help of this image while listening the session. Understood? Okay, now the heartbeat is there. As we have learned about the pulse rate, there are heartbeats also. Okay, so the contraction and relaxation of your heart is called heartbeat. Okay, as we know that your heart is a muscular organ, so there is a contraction and relaxation. Contraction, relaxation. So that rhythmic contraction and relaxation is known as your heartbeat. Okay, with the help of fingers we can check your pulse rate, and if you want to check your heartbeat, okay, we have to use stethoscope. Means we can check heartbeat by directly putting your hand at the heart position, means at your left side. Your heart is present at the left side, no? Okay, so put your hand at the left side. With the help of that also you can check your heartbeat, but normally the instrument which is used to listen the heartbeat of a person, it is stethoscope. Okay, doctors are using that, which are having two earpieces, then a tube that connects them to a chest piece, that you can see here. See, correct, no? Have you seen that? Yes. See the tube, then ear pieces are there, ring is there, and the diaphragm is there. So this part the doctors are putting at the left side of your body at the heart position, and then they are listening the heart beats to check your heartbeats. Understood? Okay, so here we have completed our second session, in which we have learned about the heart, structure of heart, and the function, means how actually your heart is taking blood and then giving the blood throughout the body, means there is a flowing of blood, how the flowing of blood takes place throughout the body. Okay, I hope that you have understood. Still, if you have any confusion related to the circulation, directly you can ask me. Okay, whatever your doubts are there, please ask me, clear your doubts, because heart and the circulation part is important. Okay, it is not easy to understand the circulation. I have told that circulation in means what? Easy language. Actually, in your book, the notes are not given properly about that circulation. Okay, so with the help of session and notes, please learn the circulation with the help of heart and all. Okay, understood? Okay, so in next session we will learn about the excretion. As the blood is important, I have said no, transportation. We are learning about the transportation. Transportation means what? Not only supply the useful substances. Transportation means what? Removal of waste also. So that is related to the excretion. So that we will see in our next session. Still, stay home, stay safe, do your study, clear your doubts. Okay, thank you.